Are you looking to move to a country where you can pay 10% tax, have amazing weather across the year, have an extremely low cost of living, and an amazing culture to live around where it's vibrant, bright, and really just a growing place where it has a lot of potential? Then, if that is something you like, Paraguay might just be the place for you. So, the first thing we'll talk about, and I think the thing that appeals to people the most about Paraguay, is going to be the tax benefits. So, Paraguay is a relatively or definitely a cheap tax country. In terms of taxes, you're looking at a personal income tax of up to 10%, a corporation tax of up to 10%, and a capital gains tax of up to 10%. So, if we're going to take a look at this in terms of what is it applicable for? So let's say if you have a business or you're looking to relocate your business or start a business in a new country, if you were to start your business in Paraguay, your corporation tax would only be 10%. Now, this is extremely competitive. Compared to places in the Western world where you're looking around 20 to 30%, some places in Eastern Europe you could get for roughly around 10 to 15, sometimes a little bit cheaper. But no one really does 10% corporation tax. That's coming out of the Middle East. It is a great tax location for you to start your business up. Now, another big benefit is the personal income tax. So if you're looking to move your business abroad or you're able to work abroad and you can file your taxes in Paraguay, you're looking at a 10% tax. Compared to anywhere in the world really, Europe, North America, you choose. Tax rate is a lot cheaper. And it really is inclusive of whatever business you can do, whatever work you can do remotely out in Paraguay. Now, a final big benefit I'd like to heap on is the tax benefits when it comes to capital gains. So if you are a day trader, real estate owner, crypto trader, crypto investor, you choose. You do only pay 10% tax on your capital gains. Compare that to Europe, North America, anywhere else really, it is going to be a lot more higher. So Paraguay really is an all-inclusive tax haven for anybody looking to move their business out of Europe, out of North America, to a lot more cheaper South American country. Now, another big benefit I'd like to go on is the low cost of living. Paraguay is a very cheap place compared to any Western place. If you're looking at a place in Asuncion, one of the more nice areas where you could be paying 500, 600 pound a month for a nice 1 or 2 bedroom apartment in the heart of the city, and one of the most nicest areas in the city as well, you can't compare that. Compare that to any place in Europe, North America, you choose. It is still going to be very cheap. Cost of living in terms of going out every day, you could go out to a nice restaurant, get a large steak, pay $20 to $30 in a restaurant, and that's the nicest steak that they would probably have. And you are going to compare it to somewhere in Europe where you're going to be paying around $80 to say $100 for the same steak. It is a lot more cheaper. In terms of doing stuff, being able to be active, staying out there, has a vibrant culture and a vibrant nightlife where the people are very inclusive. It is a great place to settle down or to get yourself sorted in South America. If you did want to decide to move to another country later down the line, if you did go down the permanent residency route, you would be able to gain access to Mercosur. With Mercosur now, if you did want to say go to Brazil, Argentina, any other country that's a part of Mercosur, you would be able to do that very easily. With Mercosur access, you're able to move to any of the other countries, like it's saying a European Union style, where you could just move to the country. Very little barriers of entry. You wouldn't need to show any proof of income. You just need to be able to afford to live in that country, and that'll literally be it. The next bit I would like to talk about is that all income that's foreign sourced while living in Paraguay or being a tax resident in Paraguay is tax free. So if you're bringing money over from any foreign company or foreign country, that is all tax free. So please bear that in mind. And another big bit I do find that a lot of people are very interested in is that Paraguay is a developing economy with very cheap costs at this moment in time. But this won't always be the case. So if you are looking to invest in a country that has high potential for return, then Paraguay is definitely got to be on your list. It doesn't have to be Asuncion. You can go down to the south and in Concepcion, where it's a lot more rural. It's a beach town, very much different to Asuncion, but still a great potential for investment. And this is all over the country in terms of where you're looking to invest and what is your opportunities there. Now, just to go over some of the other bits that people would love to have or tend to talk about. Asuncion can be very hot, as mentioned previously. It is normally around 30 Celsius all year round. Summers can get very humid. So please bear that in mind. If you are also in the heart of South America, so if you did want to take a trip to any other country locally, it is very cheap and affordable and very easy to do. So don't feel trapped in Asuncion, but it does have a big culture and nightlife. It can be a little bit undeveloped in sometimes. So if you step out of certain areas in Asuncion, you will see the quality of life or the development rates to be a little bit more lower than what you would do in the main central areas as you would in any other country. But we'd love you to bear that in mind. One thing I would say, if you're looking to move to Asuncion or you're looking to move to Paraguay to be able to lower your tax rate, this might not be on a permanent basis where you might just want to be a tax resident in Paraguay and then you might want to live in another country or stay in another country or move to multiple countries if you decide to. That is something we can definitely help you with. All I would say is get that first meeting booked in. We're going to talk about your business. We're going to find out what is essential for you to know and what we can do to help you maneuver around this strategy, around this country, to make it work the most financially secure for you. Now, the last topic and the main bit I feel like is really essential when moving to Paraguay, for the ease of moving to Paraguay. So with a deposit of a 5K or 5K USD, you are able to essentially get permanent residency in Paraguay with very little barriers of entry. Compared to countries like Colombia, Brazil, is a lot more cheaper. That 5K you do get back is just initial deposit you put down just to show that you have equity and you are able to live in a country. Once you've put down your deposit, spent some time in a country and you've talked to lawyers and gotten everything secured, we do help you with the whole process. We are able to then allow you to stay in Paraguay on a permanent basis. You're able to incorporate a business there. You're able to live there as a normal resident. Once you've gotten that, if you do decide to be a permanent citizen down the line, you can do. It would take some time of you living in the country. But after that, you do gain Paraguayan citizenship. So if you are, say, an American citizen and you're not big a fan of global taxes, who wouldn't be? You are then able to get rid of that citizenship and then become a Paraguayan citizen, gain the 10% tax rate, and be able to move around Europe. Sorry, not Europe, South America, however you'd like. But yeah, if this is something that interests you, we can definitely help you. Just set up the call, get a meeting booked, and we'll go from there.